Hey y'all, happy Mask Monday. If these guys scare you, you might be a crow. All right, so if you made it this far, you can handle the fact that we have 3 Scarecrow masks here. These 2 were sculpted by Eric Labate. They're more traditional scarecrows. And then we have this scary monster scarecrow that Todd Tucker did. It's made from the screen used mask, so let's take a look at that one first. All right, so this is the Scarecrow mask from The Terror of Hallows Eve. This was sculpted by Todd Tucker, who worked on the actual film. These masks are cast directly from the screen used mask, so it's as accurate as you're gonna get. The details on this are really cool. I love this like skin texture. It's almost like an alligator kind of texture on the back of the neck and pretty much the front and all over. The most noticeable parts about this mask are obviously you have this like, I think that this is like literally just like the faux twig kind of shrubbery stuff you would get at like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or something. And they're stuck into these latex bits that look like tree bark, and so it's kind of like a very realistic looking scarecrow monster. And also, I haven't seen this movie, but it looks like his teeth are like maggots. It's really gross, really scary. This is like one of the most popular masks at the store actually. We sell out of these a lot. I love these cool like swirls that are in it, kind of like weird, kind of has like a little bit like a Pan's Labyrinth, like Guillermo del Toro type design to the little details and stuff like that. And then like over on like the cheekbones, see there's these like swirls, like it looks like wood. You got blood all over his mouth, and again those teeth are like really gross. I don't know if they're maggots or what, but they definitely look like it. I think it's brown, and then they stipple like a lighter brown on top of it rather than doing any kind of rub out. And then they have a even lighter like tan brown for these designs, like the swirls and stuff that I was talking about. Yeah, it's a really cool mask. The eyes are totally cut out. This would be a cool one to wear. Be careful, these could definitely scratch some corneas. I feel like I have to kind of stay out of the way as it's spinning around. I think I'm gonna get my eye poked out. But very cool, very scary mask, and like I said, it sells really well. People love this mask. So yeah, another good mask from Trick or Treat Studios. Let's look at a different Scarecrow mask. Alright, so this is the Harvester of Fear mask. This is like, I think it's just like a Trick or Treat Studios original. This is an older mask sculpted by Eric Labate, who's a big fan of scarecrows. I did read that he like molded this mask from real burlap. So you got this like perfect kind of burlap texture. I thought when I first saw it that these were like rake lines all going down it. But from what I read, he like sculpted the monster and then covered it with burlap sacks and then molded it like that. So it works out really well. Again, I don't think that this is from any movie. I think it's just an original Scarecrow design. And I love the rope around it. As I've said a bunch of times, I love like clothing or ropes or stuff like that like cast in latex. It looks like a real rope, but it's part of the latex mask. And so yeah, it's just a cool design. It's another pretty popular one here at the store. We've had it for a while, and it does sell. People like scarecrows a lot, and this is kind of like a nasty scarecrow monster. I like the idea of it like was a scarecrow, but then like the monster like comes to life and it kind of like rips open. You can see his mouth and his eyes, and kind of has this classic like Distortions Unlimited look to the eyelids, where he kind of sprays like some like purple little bits to highlight the eyelids. And yeah, it reminds me of like a Distortions paint job. So yeah, it's another cool Scarecrow mask. Let's take a look at one more Scarecrow that Eric also sculpted. Alright, so as I said, this is another Scarecrow sculpted by Eric Labate. This one, it's pretty similar to the last one that we looked at, but it's just a more traditional Scarecrow. But you do have like the burlap sack tied together with the rope. Again, the rope being a latex piece of the mask, not like a tied rope to the mask. I have to imagine he did the same trick where he sculpted the basic shape that he wanted and then covered it with real burlap, because it looks just like burlap, and it seems like that would be the easiest and most effective way to do that. You also, a cool thing about this mask is you have these stitches right here next to the eyes. I like the stitches a lot, and he definitely does resemble Sam from Trick or Treat. Especially because of those stitches and just being the burlap sack tied right there. But this is from The Dark Knight of the Scarecrow. These masks, again, sell really well. Even if people haven't seen Dark Night of the Scarecrow, they buy this mask just as a cool Scarecrow mask. This is a very traditional, spooky Scarecrow, and you get these, you know, kind of like hay bale, frilly Scarecrow stuffing stuff popping out of the top. And then this one's cool because it has the black screen for the mouth and the eyes, so you won't be able to see the person who's wearing the mask, but they should be able to see just fine. So yeah, another cool Scarecrow mask from Eric Labate, and that'll wrap up the Scarecrows. Okay, so that's gonna wrap up this week's Mask Monday. Hopefully you enjoyed these Scarecrow masks. Let us know in the comments what other Scarecrows you'd like to see turned into masks. And like, share, subscribe, visit us at nightmaretoys.com, and we'll see you next week for another Mask Monday.